Out of all the days that I don't wear makeup, I picked today, the day that I'm filming. Hey guys, what is up? So before I start this video, I want to just say that this is not going to be a sad video at all. I mean, if I cry, it's going to be tears of joy. I don't want negative energy. I don't want bad vibes on this video. This video is about overcoming. It's about me overcoming. I can already see some of the comments right now like, girl, just let it go. Girl, why are you talking about this again? Well, if you've never been in an abusive situation, you're probably not going to get it, and it probably will seem like, okay, yeah, get over it. But it's not that easy. It impacts your life to the point where it affects you on a daily basis. And I feel like anybody that has ever been in this sort of situation, they probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It is not easy. It is hard. Overcoming something like this to me is a milestone in my life. Getting over the situation, or not just the situation, getting over the acts that happened and not being fearful of it happening again. Growing as a person is hard enough after being put through something like this. I know this is kind of all over the place, guys, but I wanted to say thank you so much for 900,000 subscribers. It just keeps going up. I think we're at 903,000 already. I don't think I should put it in this video, but I just want you to know that I acknowledge it. It's not me gaining the subscribers. It's not just me. It is you have such an impact in my life. Yes, you watching this, you have had such an impact in my life. If you subscribe to me, if you are just supportive of me and watching me, you have impacted my life. I think this is why I connect so well with my audience, is because I am open and I am honest with you guys, and I just don't bullshit, like I am as transparent as I possibly can be without like giving you all the details of my life. You don't see everything. You haven't seen everything. You just have seen what I've told you, and I've tried to give you everything that I possibly can so you can also learn from my mistakes, because I know I'm not the only one that's ever been through something like this. I know that there are people watching this video that's probably going through it now, which hurts me so much. And this is why I am making this video. So if you are going through something like this, just know this video is for you. The story is for you. That being said, let's get on with it. So the reason I decided to make this video is because I was looking through my archives on Instagram. I was making like a TikTok or something like that, and I was going back and looking at old photos for the TikTok. I was looking at my story archives on Instagram, and I saw one of them, and I was like, whoa. It startled me. It shocked me. So I clicked on it and I see this. This is a screenshot of a video that I had taken. And the reason it's so alarming to me, if you can't already guess, is because I look so underweight that I don't even look like the same person anymore. The plumpness in my cheeks, even the glow that I give you, and the happiness that you see in my eyes. Like, I feel, and maybe it's just because I remember the moment, I remember the day of that picture. It was a scary day for me because I had just moved to where I am now, Albuquerque, New Mexico, from Los Angeles, California. And I was terrified. I was more terrified to move here than I was to Los Angeles. I was more excited to move to Los Angeles because I had things going. I had things to do, people to see, places to go. You know what I'm saying? Albuquerque, New Mexico, why the hell am I here? Like, it just sounds so random. I'm from Virginia. Like, why the hell am I in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Makes no freaking sense to why I am here. And a majority of the reason why I wasn't scared for Los Angeles is because, one, I wanted to. Two, I had goals, I had ambitions, I had my dreams. And three, everybody's out there doing kind of what I do. Everybody has a mindset of go-getter, dream chaser, and that was my mindset as well. Here, I'm not saying that people don't do that here. I'm just saying, like, at that certain time in my life, I had no idea. I didn't even know what Albuquerque, New Mexico looked like. I thought it was just dirt and maybe some buildings. And this is a great place. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking bad about it. Disclaimer, please don't think that I am. I think this is a great place to live. It's just at that time, I had no freaking clue what to expect. The photo was really alarming to me, and it showed me how much I have done in that amount of time. It has been a little over a year from this to this. I just can't believe the transition that I have shown myself. If you told me during this time that I would be where I am now, I would have said, God, I hope so. I didn't feel like this would be happening with me, though. I didn't know what was going to happen. My life was literally up in the air. My life was gone. At this point in time in my life was gone. I had no life because I don't know this person. And in this picture, which was just taken like 5 days ago, of course I know this person. This is me now. But I know this person, and this person, and this person more than I know this person. This person is her. This person right here, this was me this was in 2016 when I was going through my transition. You guys remember, I was dyeing my hair. I was doing a bunch of crazy stuff because I could. At that point in my life, no, I didn't really know who I was, but I still had the same morals, standards, goals, dreams, and independence. Now what I'm going to talk about is that. During this time in my life where I was dyeing my hair a bunch of colors, I was still living back home in Virginia, and I was traveling a lot. At the time, I was going to Los Angeles, I went to Chicago, I went to New York. I literally went everywhere, and I was doing a bunch of meet and greets. I felt so powerful, and it wasn't in a weird way. It was just, I felt like I could do anything, that I was capable of doing anything. I've lived in a strict household my whole entire life up until age whenever I got married, 21, whenever it was. I lived in a really strict household. So dyeing my hair, getting a tattoo, literally leaving to go to different states, I was just so looked down upon from my family, and we did not have a good relationship at all. It had literally went to shit because they kept saying they didn't know me. But I was doing everything that I could to discover who I was, myself, and honestly have fun, because I didn't know what that was. I didn't have any friends, and all my friends during that time was long distance, so I had to travel to go meet them. I went through it all with my family. They thought I was doing drugs. They thought I was hanging out with the wrong people, which is crazy to me because I have never touched a drug in my whole entire life. I mean, the worst things I've ever done, and I don't even think it's bad, is I've drank alcohol occasionally, and I have smoked marijuana before. It's crazy that my family was thinking this of me when, honestly, all I was doing was partying. I spent a month in Los Angeles, and I was in my 20s, of the age to drink, and I partied my ass off. So doing all that and discovering who I was at the time, I felt that independence. I felt so powerful. My YouTube channel was doing so good. I was meeting different people. I just got my own apartment in Los Angeles. Oh yes, I just felt like I was doing it. I was succeeding, and it didn't even matter what my family was saying about me or how they didn't like it. I was succeeding, and they just didn't know how to take it. So feeling this independence from myself, but still feeling kind of weird about relationships and stuff. I've always been the kind of girl that I like relationships. I like being in a relationship, but not just any relationship, you know what I'm saying? I don't just go for anyone. If it doesn't work, then you know what? Bye-bye. Once I got a divorce, it made me feel guilty. It just made me feel weird. It made me feel like I've already been married before. That's so weird to say. I don't like saying that I've been married and I'm already divorced and I'm just in my 20s. It hurts me to say something like that because I already know what people think whenever I say that. They're just like, ooh, God. What happened there? But it just made my heart a little cold on that side. I had such a wall built up, and I didn't want to let anyone in. Kind of what I would do in relationships is, I didn't want to be problematic. I didn't want the person to think that I was problematic. If I had a problem and that person kind of sensed it, because you can read it all over my face when something's wrong with me, I just said I'm good. And that was my toxic trait for sure. I just didn't want them to know, and that made it worse. So that's what went on with a couple of relationships that I had after the whole divorce thing. I was a vulnerable person, but I also wanted to have this cold, hard exterior to where people didn't think anything was wrong with me. I didn't want anyone to know what was wrong with me because that's just how I was. Tough being that way because I held in a lot of feelings that I really needed to let out. Me being this independent person, and this is not me getting a big head or anything like that. It is true. This is true. Seeing someone motivated, inspiring to do big things, and just knowing that, like, there's nothing tying this person down. If they want to be with you, they'll be with you. That is scary and intimidating to be with someone like that. And that's kind of how it was with this person. And I'm not even going to give this person a name. Okay? We're still going to keep it under wraps, confidential, but I'm just going to refer to that person as this person. This person sensed that about me. They knew that about me, that this is a girl and she just got an apartment in Los Angeles. She has her own business online, YouTube, and there's nothing tying her down. She doesn't have to be with me. And I think that's what this person wasn't used to. They were used to maybe girls chasing them, girls kind of leaning on them for things, and I wasn't like that. I wasn't like that at all, and that scared them. So what's the first thing an abuser is going to do when they know that about you and they want you? They're going to try to take that away from you. And that is the weird part about this whole thing, is because in the beginning, it was like that. It was me, headstrong. I knew what I wanted, and I didn't care to really be selfish at times when it called for it. You know what I'm saying? When I wanted to go do something, meaning film with someone, I should have been able to go do it. It's my job. But again, an abuser, they do have insecurities. So they're going to keep you from it. And they're going to talk you out of doing whatever that pushes you, that makes you strive, that makes you shine. That's their thing. So that was taken from me. That was taken from me really fast. I'm not going to go through the whole entire thing step by step. I feel like I do that. I feel like I'm really detailed with stories and I need to chill. At the time, like I said, I was very vulnerable, and to be wanted was amazing. I wanted to be wanted. I hadn't felt that in a while, or just truly, you know? Having someone tell you that they need you and they're already falling for you and they're crazy about you and you lift them up, you know, telling you all the things that you want to hear. I mean, you're going to open up your heart a little bit, and that's what I did. I opened it up, and I slowly started letting this person in, letting my guard down. Not often, but sometimes they would say things to where it would get put down. Not for long, though, because like I said, I had a heart of stone at the time, and I had goals and dreams, and I wasn't going to let anybody take them away. I don't know when exactly it happened. I mean, I feel like my YouTube channel tells a story. It's like a diary to me. I'll go through old videos and I'll remember what that time of my life was like and if it was happy or not. And there is a time frame of videos that start whenever I had already let my guard down. I let this person in. They took my confidence away from me as soon as they could. And like I said, that's what an abuser does. The first thing they want to take from you is your confidence, is your will and your desire, and anything that makes you shine. They want to take that away from you. As soon as it was gone, and the flame, my flame, was being put out little by little, as soon as it was out, I was done. Because the self-esteem issues are taking over my life, and it's grabbed me and it has a hold of me, and I can't get out. I feel like a burning fire, and like the feeling that you get when you want to cry but you don't want to cry. I'll look in the mirror and
I will see things that's not there, and I know that because I don't see it every day. Some days I'm just like thinking that I'm over exaggerating, but today I see something that I don't like, and that's my whole image. I hate my whole self right now.
I had hit my lowest point in life. I think I hit my lowest point because at this time period, I also didn't really have my family that much to talk to. We were just like, we were disconnected in a way, and it was because I did live so far. I lived across the country, you know? Like, my mom was dealing with stuff. My sister, again, we had a disconnect at the time, and it's really, really sad because I'm very, very close with my sister, so not having my sister was very painful to me. It wasn't by no means her fault. It was just because, like, we were both lost. She wasn't used to me not having me all the time, and I wasn't used to not having her either. So we always had some sort of disconnect. There was always some sort of argument with us, and we would go a while without talking to each other. And again, the person, my abuser, was very, very pushy to say, just don't talk to her. Just don't. Instead of encouraging me to just speak with my family, you know? As soon as if you don't have family, and I know everybody's situation is different, I feel like if you are close with your family and you do have this weird disconnect going on, come on. The best thing you can do is talk it out. Your family is forever. And that was difficult for me because I didn't have them. I was so alone. And I had my abuser to lean on. That was the only person I had to lean on. And they knew that. And they manipulated me. And they took advantage of that. And I could not handle it anymore. You guys noticed such an incline in my personality. I wasn't the same anymore. And I always was asking, like, why aren't you guys watching my videos? Do you not like me anymore? Like, I was very confused. But also, when you go watch the older videos, I mean, you do see how odd I'm acting, how just not in tune I am with the world. I was very, very depressed. I was very sad. I felt very trapped. I felt like I was losing everything that I ever had. One of the things that I tried to change about myself was my image from my abuser. And this is probably the most disgusting thing that I've ever done in my life. I felt not wanted. It's crazy how it went from really, really wanting me, head over heels, begged, pleaded, to nothing. Cold, hard silence. I was left feeling insecure because I let that wall down. I decided that maybe I wasn't attractive. Maybe my abuser didn't find me attractive anymore. Maybe if I change some things about myself, then he'll find me attractive. So the first thing that I did was I changed my hair. I got these really, really long extensions. You guys probably remember that. They were hideous. They were all one length, disgusting. I hated them. And they pulled my hair out. I mean, they didn't look awful. They just didn't look good on me. And the reason I kept them so long is because my abuser was really into anime. Really, really loved anime girls. Yes, anime girls, beautiful, but they ain't fucking real, okay? But he was obsessed with them, and I wanted to look like one, so I tried my best to look like an anime girl, and I knew the best thing to do is to get extensions, super long hair. Majority of them have very, very, very long hair. It just didn't work, obviously. I didn't feel good enough still, even though I spent over $1,000 on freaking hair. I still didn't feel good enough. It's sad whenever you're really reaching out to someone and you're trying with someone and you're thinking that you're freaking ugly. And, you know, like, I even posted a video about it, and they still don't budge. You know, they're still going in the bathroom while you're home watching porn. They're not really doing anything. They don't want anything to do with you. I asked why. Why are you doing that? Why are you going in the bathroom and watching porn when, like Like, I'm standing right here. Like, you obviously don't find me attractive at all. And I don't understand why you're with me. Because I've never had that problem before. I've never had a problem where the person I'm dating thinks that I look like freaking Kid Rock. I asked, and my answer was... And it wasn't as blunt as this, obviously. There's more to it. But, you know, to short the story down a little bit, I was told that I stink. I was told that I stink. What? Okay, listen. I know you guys can't smell me through the camera. I take pride in taking care of myself. I am a girl and I like to groom myself, you know? Like, I like to go get my hair done. I like to get pedicures. I like to get my nails... Well, I don't like to get my nails done. But I take showers, you know? I don't take them every day. You know, I'll take them today and then tomorrow I probably won't. And then the next day I will. If you think I'm gross, I don't really care because I don't think that that's gross. I know my body. I know how I smell and that's it. But I was told that I stink and I can't tell you how mentally triggering that was for me. Like I said, I take pride in it. And I was told that I don't smell good and I'm over here like, wait, what? I take showers. I know you're with me all the time, but come on, like, what are you talking about? That messed with me so hard that I was taking showers every day, twice a day. I was constantly putting on deodorant, left it in my purse so I have it with me all the time. Kept breath mints, just literally trying to do everything to not smell, even though I knew deep down that that was not true. And it sounds so weird, but come on, it's just like me saying that your manhood is like tiny, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd probably feel some sort of way about it. You'd be like, okay, that's probably not a good example, but anyways, I'm just saying that that person took away something that I felt that I took care of, that I kept myself nicely groomed, shaved my legs, put on deodorant, put on perfume. Like, I just kept up with myself like that. My brain was manipulated into thinking that I was ugly, that I stink, and the next thing was probably the hardest, which is I was told how unlikable I am. And this one really, really got to me. This one was told to me that I'm just not a likable person. They don't want to be out with me because they think I'm going to be rude. I don't even know. I'm probably like the nicest person that you'll ever meet unless you do me wrong, but I mean, I have to know you for you to do me wrong. I keep quiet to myself. I mean, you guys saw the apartment video that I did, right? Whenever I was talking to those two women. It wasn't because I was recording, because I did not think that I was going to post it on YouTube. I was literally going to send it to my boyfriend. So that was me. Even though someone was talking down to me, I still, like, didn't say that much. I bit my tongue. So for that person to say that I was rude and I was an embarrassment to be around, I just didn't understand what they were talking about. And nobody has ever complained about me like this. I don't know what you're talking about. I was already pretty much flat like a pancake at this point. I had lost myself. I was trying to get the abuser's attention by changing my looks, who I was, just overall, this person was molding me into just a nothing, a person of nothing. It got worse once me and the abuser finally moved out here to Albuquerque. When we moved out here to Albuquerque, we had no roommates. We had our privacy to do whatever we wanted. So I'm alone with the abuser now. That is already, like, took away everything about me, has convinced me to move to Albuquerque, New Mexico, because they once lived here and had supposedly a good life. Yeah, anyways. And I'm here and I don't even know what to do with myself because I don't know anyone. I have no friends, still not really talking to my parents and my sister that much. I was just a human body getting pummeled at this point. Literally getting pummeled. This is where the physical abuse started. And it is because we had the privacy and nobody was around. You know, in Los Angeles, we had roommates that you had to bite your tongue. You couldn't be loud and scream at each other, which that's what happened when me and the abuser finally moved to Albuquerque. I was getting punched on. I was being told just how awful of a person that I was, and I believed it. And I'm sure you can imagine how awful that is for someone to be told something like that by someone that you have feelings for, you love, but they're telling you this awful shit that just you start to believe. Whenever I was enduring the physical abuse, something got said to me, and I just really want to slap the old me. I really want to freaking grab her and slap her. Not that she needed any more abuse, but to slap her out of whatever was going through her head. When physical abuse starts, the abuser will do everything in their power to make sure that you still think that that is your fault, that you are causing it. And I definitely got a dose of that. Every time physical abuse would happen, it would be my fault. I was told by my abuser that I was causing it, that I am making him this way, that he never used to be this way, that I am the one that made him like this, and it's all my fault. And of course I believed it because, you know, they're throwing things at me like I didn't used to be like this. You are causing me to be like this. So it's a scary thought to think that, like, am I doing it? Like, am I causing you to be someone that you're not? I just don't understand. And that's the thing. That's manipulation. Manipulating someone is completely evil to do. To make someone think something that's not even true. I believed that it was my fault. And every time that it would happen, that was the thing. Like, you gotta stop, because you're making me do this. You have to stop doing what you're doing. And I'm not doing anything to inflict pain on you. You are hurting me physically. You are punching me. You are slapping me. You are grabbing me. You are tossing me around like a little rag doll. Nobody is allowed to touch you. Nobody, no man, no woman is allowed to lay a hand on you. Nobody in a relationship should lay a hand on each other. It should never get to that point. If you feel yourself getting angry, go, leave, get out the door. Do not taunt. Do not manipulate. It is wrong. That is so toxic to trigger someone in that way. I remember even asking, can you please stop hitting me? Like it's a question. Can you please stop hitting me? Please, you are hurting me. I am scared of you. My number one mistake was saying that I was scared of him. Because after I said that, I just feel like it all he just like gained so much power. He took the power, the independence, the everything that I had. He took it. And he was basking in all of that glory. It's crazy, isn't it? But that's what abusers do. That's what abusers do. They want to take. But at the end of the day, they want to make it out to be your fault. That you did this. That you caused this. I didn't make you hit me. I didn't tell you to hit me. I didn't taunt you and say, come on, bitch, hit me, hit me, hit me. No, it's not like that. And you shouldn't do that either, because I feel like that is wrong on your part. You should never taunt someone to hit you, to just inflict some sort of kind of pain on you to make them look bad. Because, honey, if you taunt them, I mean, come on. What do you think's going to happen? I asked my abuser to stop hitting me. How crazy. I asked. And the answer that I got was, I'll try. I'll try to. What kind of answer is that? And what kind of person am I? That just showed how weak I was, how low I had gotten within myself. I had lost everything, guys. I had lost everything. I'm going to bring up suicide, so if this is a trigger for you, please exit out of the video right now. I had started sleeping all day, and I was taking sleeping medication to do whatever I could to stay asleep all day long. And as soon as I would wake up, I would go take the sleeping medication to put me back to sleep again, and I would probably sleep until like the evening time, I would say 5 or 6, so I wouldn't have to talk to my abuser. I would take more and pretty much sleep all day and not eat. And this is when I really started losing weight, and I think you guys started to really notice, and you were asking me, are you okay? Like, you look like you've lost a lot of weight. And yeah, I wasn't eating at all. I didn't want to eat. That was the last thing on my mind. And it had got to the point where I didn't want to live. I have never, ever wanted to commit suicide before. I've never thought about committing suicide. I just feel like I've been really strong throughout my whole life, and you know, I've been through some shitty things too with family, and like even got a divorce at a young age, which was not easy, and still didn't want to commit suicide. That wasn't even a thought, but I had lost everything, even who I was. I would look in the mirror and hate me. My abuser made me hate me, made me not like me. So I wanted to put an end to it all. I have a note in my phone that I wrote, and it was basically telling my family that I'm sorry, and I can't do it anymore. And that was, I'm sorry guys, that's just really hard to talk about, because being in that place to where I am now, it's like it almost doesn't feel real. It doesn't make sense to me how I got out of that. I have a notebook that I would write in almost every single day, because I thought that writing would make me happier, that it would help me. So I would write out all my thoughts and all my problems in this notebook, and I still have the notebook, and I can't even, oh my gosh, I can't even read it without feeling like shit, because that person that wrote in that notebook every day, it was rough. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. And to know that that was me, it pains me. It pains me that I let myself go through that I allowed everything to happen. But that person that wrote in that notebook, that's not me. And that person's not dead and gone. I didn't bury her. She's just alive, and she's free, and she feels good, and she loves herself, and she can look in the mirror and she can say that she loves herself, and the person that she has become, she has grown with every obstacle that has come her way. I do not feel ashamed to be me. And at that point in time in my life with my abuser, I hated myself so much, because everything was my fault. It was my fault, ironically. Everything. I am happy. I am healthy. I am glowing. I am pushing for my dreams to happen. I am going to be an actress someday. I know it. I feel it. I am working hard for it to happen. And this wouldn't have happened if I stayed with my abuser. This wouldn't have happened if I didn't have the balls. If I finally grew a pair and I said, enough is enough. I'm done. And guess what? Being done was the best thing that has ever happened to me in my whole entire life. And it sounds so funny comparing it to this, but I feel like an eagle. I feel like I can fly. I feel brave. I feel confident. I feel strong. And before, I was just a little tiny ant that somebody could step on at any moment and I'd die. I'd be dead. Sorry, that's probably a weird analogy, but I feel like if you are going through something like this, if your partner is laying hands on you, absolutely not okay. This is me telling you, and if you're watching this and you're going through it, I guarantee it's a sign. It's a sign that you're watching this right now. And I'm telling you that it does not get better. It only gets worse. Every time they tell you that, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, or it was your fault, maybe you shouldn't do it. Bitch, no. I'm telling you right now, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. You didn't make this person hit you. You know who you are. You know where you stand in life. Don't let this happen again. Don't. It's not worth it. This relationship is only bringing you down. It's not going to work. Go out, figure out who you are in life. Find love within yourself, and guess what? Love is going to come your way. Don't you dare go looking for love. It doesn't happen that way. You don't look for anyone. You let love come to you, and when it does, I promise you it's going to be the most beautiful love that you have ever found. Usually, when you date the worst person that you've ever dated in your life, the best person comes next. Maybe it's a person that you are supposed to spend the rest of your life with, but instead you're wasting your time with a shitty asshole. Gotta be blunt about it, because it's true. Shitty asshole abusers. Don't let them fucking win, okay? I am so passionate about this subject, and I swear to God, I want to help every person that is going through something like this, because it's not fair. It is not fair to manipulate someone, and it is not fair to keep dating someone that is hitting on you. Okay, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. This is a very powerful, passionate video to make, and I'm very glad that I didn't cry, but please get something out of this. If not, you just gained some knowledge, or you just learned something about me, you know? I love you guys so much. More than you know. Even though I don't know you, or I might not know your name, the person watching this, I'm still looking out for you. I'm looking out for all my people, or else I would not make this video. Because this is not an easy video to make. This is nerve-wracking. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.